Well, hello and welcome back to another incredible video. And today I am doing a $10 budget meal collaboration with Melinda over at iBdald, and we are featuring budget meals from Walmart, okay? And as you guys can see, I've got some chicken here in front of me, and I'm gonna let you guys in on how I got to this point. Let's jump into it. So we're going to start off at Walmart and picking up our ingredients. And the first thing I grab is this tri-colored coleslaw mix. I love it, and it is usually relatively inexpensive. So next we grab the star of our show, which are these chicken drumsticks. And I'm going to pause right here. Okay, so mind the price on the packaging. Keep in mind that I'm just making a meal for 4, which is 2 drumsticks a piece, which means I will not be using this whole package. So I'm going to cut this price in half. So next I'm grabbing 2 cans of great value brand beans. Now I grabbed pinto, but you can grab whatever kind of beans you want. So I'm grabbing some barbecue sauce, and is this my preferred brand? No, it is not, but it is relatively inexpensive, and this is going to play double duty for us. So I'm grabbing one that has flavor in it, and I prefer the sweet and spicy. So next we're gonna grab one of my family staples, which is some Jiffy Cornbread mix, and I love this because it's always inexpensive. So the last item I'm grabbing is going to be some of this vanilla Greek yogurt. It might shock some of you, but probably not avid bakers, because you can always use Greek yogurt or yogurt as a substitute for oil and any sort of fat. So that's why I'm grabbing it, plus the vanilla is gonna add a little something extra to my cornbread. Okay, so let's ring up our items and see how we did. So definitely not bad to feed a family of 4, but don't forget, we are going to take off half the price of that chicken because we're not going to use the whole pack. So that makes this even better. So let's finish up here and head home and start cooking. Now that we are back home, I started by giving my chicken a wash and then patting it down and then getting all 8 of the drumsticks, which is 2 drumsticks a piece for 4 people, down into my gallon baggie. This is garlic powder. This is our own grown and dried and ground chilies. This is Morton light salt. It's got more potassium in it than sodium. Dried cilantro, tiny pinch of cinnamon. Just a pinch, and trust me on this, you're gonna want it. This is coriander, ground coriander. This is the red chili flakes that you guys know I love to use, the Asian red chili flakes. Turmeric, everybody knows I love turmeric and I love the color. Ground pepper, and then I'm gonna give it a mix. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm going in with our barbecue sauce that we chose. I liked it because it was sweet and it's spicy, and I'm gonna use about half of this bottle. Pepper, sugar, ground celery seed, salt. So I let my slaw mix sit for a bit with that salt and sugar mixture, as well as the other seasonings, and it kind of softens the slaw and some of that moisture comes out. And then I come in and just kind of manipulate it a little bit, kind of squeezing it to get, again, it to be as tender as possible and to work in that flavor. After that, I add about a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt and a 1/4 cup of mayo, and then I go ahead and mix this in. So next I jump into our beans, which are relatively simple. So again, we have those 2 cans. I go ahead and just take one, open it and dump it in, including that liquid, because there's properties in that liquid that are going to kind of thicken our bean sauce, if that makes sense. And then my second can, I go ahead and just drain and give a quick rinse and then dump those in. So this is dried ground chilies, dried cilantro, salt. The beans that I chose to use were no salt added, which is why I'm adding a little bit of salt. Asian red chili flakes. And here's where we get double duty, because we're going in with the barbecue sauce that we used for our chicken. So once I'm done with that, I go ahead and get it in a vessel, cover these beans with foil, and then get them into my oven. Now, because I'm cooking multiple things today, my oven is set to 375, and I did cook these beans for about an hour. So with my cornbread, I like to start with my wet ingredients first. So I'll get my Greek yogurt, my eggs, and my water down into a bowl and make sure that those are firmly incorporated. You will also see me add a little bit of sugar. I don't know where you guys are from, but from where I'm from, we like our cornbread to have a little bit of sweetness to it. But yeah, put in the comments if you and your family like sweetened cornbread, or if you don't care for sugar in your cornbread. And then after that, I will get the mix in and then thoroughly incorporate it. So then I go ahead and get my cornbread down into a vessel, and I put it in an oven uncovered at the 375 until it's brown. Okay, so let's go on to the star of our show, which is our chicken. Now for us, we marinated ours for 2 days, but the truth is you can marinate it for however much time you have. And what I'm gonna do is use my cast iron. And the reason I'm doing this is because I really wanted to have that almost barbecue chicken flavor, and I feel like I can really get that with my cast iron. So I start by just getting some oil down on the bottom of my cast iron, and then I start arranging my chicken legs. Now, because of how ovens work, and specifically because of how cast irons work, it's nice if you put the thin part, which is your leg, towards the center of the pan, because the center of the pan is going to maintain a cooler temperature than the outside of the pan. So I want the biggest part of my chicken to be facing and touching the outside of my pan, and you'll see me try to arrange this as best I can. So once I've got my chicken in my pan all arranged, I go ahead and pop it in the oven for about 40 minutes. Well, first off, the chicken came out looking incredible, as you guys saw in our opening clips. But let's see how the rest of this looks, all plated up. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but this looks like a full barbecue meal, and you guys know how much this cost. And we didn't just spend that $9.90 on one meal. No. We spent it to make 4 meals. And lest we forget, there's still chicken left over if we want to make another meal. This is an incredible budget meal deal. And with summertime still afoot, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about making a budget barbecue meal. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments if you'll be giving this a try, or if you are just amazed that we made all this because you watched us and you watched us show. Now, I don't know what Melinda from IB Dolled made, but I know that this woman can cook. And if you guys do not know her, you need to go on over there and subscribe. Now, she does meals every Friday, and she does these things on a budget. So make sure you guys go over there and subscribe and let her know that I sent you. As always, we thank you guys so much for watching. We literally appreciate each and every one of you, especially the new subscribers, especially the old subscribers. We love y'all all the same. We appreciate you being here. And make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. And of course, as always, we invite you to come back, hang out and be okay with us.